Hello, my dear friends. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at your place and taking care of your elders. Friends, we generally say, I wake up in the morning, or we play in the afternoon, or they have some snacks in the evening, or I eat my dinner in the night. So, friends, have you observed that I have used few words here? Morning, afternoon, evening, night. What are these? ये सब क्या है? These are the different times in a day. But can you tell me these morning, afternoon, evening, night, do they tell us the exact time at which we are doing something? No. Then what tell us the exact time? Do you know, friends? What is it? Yes, it is a clock. A clock tells us time. So, friends, let us understand more about clock and how we can read time on it. The face of a clock is called dial, which is in a shape of a circle. And a clock has 12 numbers on its face. Like we human beings have hands, same way clock also has hands. But the hands of a clock are not equal. One is short and one is long. The short hand of a clock is called hour hand, and the long hand of a clock is called minute hand. Now, friends, let us try to understand hour hand and minute hand in little more detail and how they help us in reading time. Here you can see a clock with only shorthand, and we know shorthand is also called as hour hand. So you can see the hour hand is pointing to the 7. So what does it mean? What, so what time is it? इसका क्या मतलब है? क्या टाइम हो रहा है? It is 7 o'clock. Let's look at another one. Here, our hand is pointing towards 2. What time is it? It is 2 o'clock. Friends, let's see another one. Here, our hand is between 2 and 3. So, can you tell me what time is it? Is it 2 or 3? Yes, friends, it is still 2 o'clock. Yes, friends, जो टाइम है यहाँ पर वो 2 o'clock ही रहेगा. जब तक आवर हैंड नेक्स्ट नंबर की तरफ पॉइंट नहीं करेगा तब तक जो आवर है वो चेंज नहीं होगा. तो जो टाइम है वो 2 o'clock ही रहेगा, 3 o'clock नहीं होगा. Let's try one more. Can you tell me what time is it? Is it 9 or 10? Right now, the hour hand is between 9 and 10. It is still 9 o'clock. जो टाइम है वो 9 o'clock ही रहेगा. 10 o'clock तब तक नहीं होगा जब तक आवर हैंड 10 की तरफ पॉइंट नहीं करेगा. But tell me friends, what if you have to be home by a certain time in the middle of a hour? जब हमें किसी जगह पर पर्टिकुलर टाइम पर पहुंचना होता है जो कि आवर के बीच का टाइम होता है, तब हम टाइम को कैसे शो करेंगे? It would be difficult to know exactly when to leave just using the hour hand. उस समय हम सिर्फ आवर हैंड से टाइम को डिफाइन नहीं कर सकते हैं. So friends, to define the exact time, we have one more hand inside the clock, which is the long hand or the minute hand. So, can you see here in this clock a long hand and a short hand? And we already know that the short hand tells us the hour, but the minute hand tells us how much time has passed after the hour. किसी आवर के बाद और कितना टाइम पास हुआ है उसको हम मिनट हैंड से शो करते हैं. When we tell time, we always look at the hour hand first. On this clock, the hour hand is pointing to the 12 and the minute hand is pointing to the 1. So, would we say the time is 12 and 1 minute? No, it is not correct. You know, friends, in a clock between two numbers, there are 5 minutes. So, when the minute hand is at the 1, means 5 minutes have passed. Friends, we can also understand this with the help of multiplication of 5 or skip count of 5s. You know, friends, from where minutes starts? Let me tell you, minutes start from 0, which is on the number 12. So, when minute hand moves from 12 to 1, it covers 5 minutes. Or, if minute hand is on 1, we can say 5 multiplied by 1 is equal to 5 or 5 minutes. If minute hand is on 2, we can say 5 multiplied by 2 is equal to 10 or 10 minutes. If minute hand is on 3, we can say 5 multiplied by 3 is equal to 15 or 15 minutes. If minute hand is on 4, we can say 5 multiplied by 4 is equal to 20 or 20 minutes. If minute hand is on 5, we can say 5 multiplied by 5 is equal to 25 or 25 minutes. If minute hand is on 6, we can say 5 multiplied by 6 is equal to 30 or 30 minutes. If minute hand is on 7, we can say 5 multiplied by 7 is equal to 35 or 35 minutes. If minute hand is on 8, we can say 5 multiplied by 8 is equal to 40 or 40 minutes. If minute hand is on 9, we can say 5 multiplied by 9 is equal to 45 or 45 minutes. If minute hand is on 10, we can say 5 multiplied by 10 or 50 minutes. If minute hand is on 11, we can say 5 multiplied by 11 is equal to 55 or 55 minutes. If minute hand is on 12, we can say 5 multiplied by 12 is equal to 60 or 60 minutes. Or if we say in term of skip count of 5, the minutes will goes like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So friends, अगर हम दोबारा इस क्लॉक को देखते हैं तो यहाँ पर आवर हैंड 12 पर है और मिनट हैंड 1 पर है. So how many minutes minute hand covered from 12 to 1? Yes, 5 minutes. So what time is it? Yes, 12 hours and 5 minutes. Or we can write this as 12 colon 5. So the number before colon and the number after colon shows minutes. Friends, let's see another clock. Remember, we first look at the shorthand or hour hand. So here the shorthand is between 3 and 4. So we know it is 3 o'clock. Now we look at the minute hand. It is pointing to the 6. So if minute hand is on 6, how many minutes have passed? Yes friends, कैसे हम पता लगाएंगे? We will do multiplication of 5 with 6, or we can do skip count of 5s. So if we multiplied 5 minutes with 6, it will give 30. And if we do skip count of 5s, then we get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So how many minutes have passed after 3 o'clock? It's 30. So the time is 3 colon 30 because hours are 3. And after counting by 5s, we can see that the minute hand is pointing to 30 minutes. Friends, here, can you tell me what is the time here? Yes, you can see the short hand or hour hand is on 3 and the long hand or minute hand is on 12. So the time is 3 hours. So friends, when we read time, we say it 3 o'clock, and when we write it, we will say 3 colon 00. Now, I want to tell you one more interesting thing about time. When we write time, we will use AM or PM after the time. But what is the meaning of AM or PM? Let us understand. Friends, there are 12 numbers on a clock. Do you know, friends, this hour hand shows one same hour twice a day, like 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the evening. Same way, a clock shows 12 in the noon and in the midnight. So, 12 o'clock at night is called 12 midnight, and the time AM starts from 12 midnight. मीन्स जब रात में 12 बजते हैं तो मिडनाइट शुरू हो जाता है और तब हम टाइम को AM में रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. एंड इट एंड्स एट 12 नून. दिन के सही 12 बजे से पहले. AM का मतलब होता है एंटी मेरिडियन, यानी कि जस्ट बिफोर नून. नाउ व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय नून? 12 o'clock during the day is known as 12 noon or midday, and the time PM starts from 12 noon and ends at 12 midnight. मतलब दिन के 12 बजने के बाद से हम टाइम को PM में रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं रात के 12 बजे तक. और PM का मतलब होता है पोस्ट मेरिडियन और आफ्टरनून. बट फ्रेंड्स, हमें क्या ध्यान रखना है? 12 नून और 12 मिडनाइट डू नॉट हैव एनी AM और PM. जब रात को 12 बजते हैं या दिन के 12 बजते हैं तो हम उनके साथ में AM और PM यूज नहीं करते हैं. एंड फ्रेंड्स, डू यू नो there are 12 hours between 12 noon to 12 midnight and 12 hours between 12 midnight to 12 noon. So, this shows that a day has 12 plus 12 is equal to 24 hours. So, A day has 24 hours. I hope, friends, you have understood when we write time in AM and when we write time in PM. Now, let us do one activity. Let's see the first picture. Here, Isla is eating breakfast in the morning. Can you tell me what is the time in the clock? So, friends, here our hand is between 6 and 7. So, what hour is it? Yes, 6. And minute hand is on 10. So, how many minutes are there? So, 5 multiplied by 10 is equal to 50. So, what is the time? 6 hours and 50 minutes. And how we will write this? 6 colon 50. Now tell me, we will write AM or PM. We know, friends, morning starts from midnight and ends at noon. So, what we will use here? Yes, AM. 6:50 AM. And what Isla is doing here? She's eating her breakfast. So we can say eating is an action word. Let us see another picture. Isla is watching television in the evening. So friends, can you tell me what is the time here? Yes, we can see our hand is between 8 and 9. So what hour is it? Yes, it is 8. And how many minutes are here? We can see minute hand is on 4. So 5 multiplied by 4 is equal to 20, or we can say 20 minutes. So what is the time here? 8 colon 20. Now friends, tell me, we will write this time in AM or PM. So when Isla is watching television? In the evening. And evening is the time after noon and before midnight. So after noon we use AM or PM? Yes, we use PM. So what is the time? 8:20 PM. And what Isla is doing here? She is watching television. वो television देख रही है. So watching is an action word. Now friends, what you have to do? You have to draw a picture of a clock in your math notebook and also draw its minute hand and hour hand. Bye bye friends.